This audio podcast is on troubleshooting your garage door repair and trying to do it yourself. Putting a garage door system may cost a lot of money, but so does replacing them. And that's why it can be frustrating if your current device is not operating as efficiently as when you first bought it. And a lot of times it's hard to put the finger on the problem. If you're wanting to or needing to make some key choices about your garage door, whether to maintenance it or to buy new, this is a list of things that you can use to make that determination easier. First, research the problem. First thing you have to do is search for external causes. You might be astonished at how many issues can be brought on by little bits and bolts and tools or something that's been lodged somewhere that keeps the assembly from working properly. Typically, there's a thick, sticky material that builds up on the rollers and the tracks in your garage door. This is a consequence of exposure to airborne debris and the types of lubricants that are used for maintenance. The resulting friction can cause the gears and the rollers to become caught. And you can eliminate this substance by using ordinary household cleaning agents and mild soap. When you're using a cleaning agent on the rollers, be sure to dry everything thoroughly and avoid rusting and other problems later. Next, you want to lubricate your parts. Sometimes the mechanism doesn't work properly because the moving parts aren't lubricated enough. Lubrication should be done twice a month, and just avoid trying to get anything on anything that's like a plastic idler bearing. Powdered graphite can be used on tracks, and household oil is good for those rollers. Sewing machine oil is also is a good substitute. Take care as you do this process so that you don't have any issues that we've already just talked about in step 2. Next thing you should do is check your springs. If you have a system that involves springs, cables and extension springs, make sure that each one of those cables, check them for rust. Make sure that they're in good working condition, and you may need to call a professional to determine if they just need cleaning or if they need to be replaced. But make sure when you're replacing those springs that you do them in pairs, because you don't want your system to have an imbalance. That'll also affect how the mechanism raises and lowers. There's also another spring type system that's used in most garage doors, and that's the torsion spring. Now the torsion spring can be complicated repair because it is under high tension and it requires special tools that you may not have, and you may not want to fiddle with this because it is a dangerous part of the system. Tighten down is the 5th step. Garage doors, just like anything, are subject to wear and tear. Bolts, hinges, and screws are no exceptions, especially since the garage doors are used very often. Check the screws and bolts involved in the opening mechanism of your garage door. There are times when tightening these things might solve the problem. And if they can't be tightened anymore because of loose holes and whatnot, you may have to put a filler into the wood so you can get some better grip. And check to see if the hinges are sagging and adjust or replace them if they need attention. For side hinge garage doors, make sure the wood where the hinges are attached to are in good shape and not rotting out. Last step is examine the tracks. Look for dents and bumps in the metal tracks. Tracks guide the roller assemblies, so they're important. Check the alignment and tap any affected areas, any nibs or bumps. Tap those back into place whenever possible. This will allow the track to glide smoother. Garage systems are 7 feet, metal, plastic, or wood, and usually they're a combination of all 3. So it may take some detective work to find out what's wrong. With the steps listed above, you'll have an easier time. And if you aren't much of a handyman, consult a garage door repair service person or establishment, or visit an online repair store to get an estimate on potential repairs. If you follow this, you may find that your costs are reduced and you don't have to replace that garage door. Thank you.